Nah, it's nuts.
It changed. Like I remember going home and telling moms like, "Yo, we should buy Google," and she looking at me like,
What the
what are you talking about? I'm like, well, Scott just told me that his dad buys Google. And she's like, okay. And I'm like, we should probably buy Google. Shit. They doing shit we not doing.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't know what the hell you talking about though.
Damn. So now, like, did I introduce you to like? Are you buying stocks and shit now?
I do now. I actually learned. We spent some time. Me and my buddy over there. We worked at Snapchat,
Mm-hmm.
and the whole time I was there, like working at Snapchat, I was learning on YouTube how to do day trading.
That's fine.
So I had that like sparked the interest for me to do it.
Yeah.
And then I just knew just from hearing from him,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, it's something that they doing that we not doing. So that just always stayed in the back of my head.
Yeah.
And then I met my best friend's godfather,
Mm-hmm.
who was a day trader, and I spent some time like interning with
Mhm.
him, and he taught me a lot. But he never really gave me like all the nuances of it. So when I found that online trading when I was at Snapchat, I was like, oh, this reminds me of what he was showing me but didn't teach me.
Yeah.
And I just dove. I went straight in.
That's what's up.
But I ain't gonna lie. I learned all of that. I had a vision board where I was like, I'm gonna have my account to have $25,000. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna have my day trading shit going. And I think I lost like 30 bands over like 6 months, and that shit discouraged me for a long time. And I was like, man, I was scared. I was scared out of the market. I was like, I've never lost that much money ever, and it's only been now till recently where I just started getting back into it.
That's fire though. It's a lot of money in there. I'm not necessarily a day trader, but I do. I just DCA and I buy and hold. DCA, buy and hold. I'm heavy.
What's DCA?
Dollar cost average. So like,
okay,
I'm heavy in the. I'm heavy into crypto. You know what I'm saying? Like I hit my first. I hit a lot of money off crypto.
In 2020, like early
2021. Not last bull run. The bull run before this last one. So they come in like 4-year cycles. Whatever that was. I was more young than I am now. I ended up losing like a good amount of it, but
spending it or losing it.
Spending it, spending it for sure. Spending it for sure. I think also too though, like, and this is an important lesson for anybody that's in crypto right now. I try to tell people like, bro, like I didn't know the bull run is crazy, but like I had like 8 Ethereum or like 16 Ethereum and like 8. I had a lot, bro.
I'm like, bro, that's already a lot.
And I bought Ethereum at like 800, and it went from 800 to $4,000. But I'm sitting in my room my mama's house.
Yeah.
I'm watching it and I'm like, oh, I made it.
This shit ain't even
I was like,
real.
I cracked the code. Now I'm like, nigga, I'm rich. Cause coming up, you always think you're gonna be rich. I'm like, oh, like, nigga, we did it.
Oh, yeah.
And then that shit must have crashed. I pulled out a good amount, but the number that was on my screen and what I ended up pulling out was not the same.
Yeah.
And then I didn't know nothing about money management, so
yeah,
it was just different, bro. But
that's still on that because that's a good learning lesson. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, a lot of people didn't even get that far.
Yeah,
so that's dope.
But that's the thing. I heard Alex Hormozy said the best. He was like, bro, like I lost thousands trying to get to my first 10K. I lost tens of thousands trying to get to my first 100K. I lost hundreds of thousands trying to get to my first million. It's like it is a process, and you know how you build it up.
Oh yeah, my tax lady who I just got with this year,
Mm-hmm.
I was discouraged by that. Like the number I just told you, I'm like, she was telling me just different information. She's like, oh, I see you know how to make money.
Mm-hmm.
Like we just got to get you some better systems in place. I'm like, yes, you understand me already. I ain't even have to say nothing. But she's like, don't be so discouraged by that. Like I invested in property. I did all the research I needed to do for like building this property, buying it. I was gonna flip it, rebuild it, sell it. And she said, when I tell you I threw away so much money,
Right.
I mean so much money. But she was like, the lessons I got from it, like nobody can take it away from me now.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't take nobody else's money because they like, oh, do it for me, do it for me, do it for me. And she's like, nah, I'd rather learn on my own dime, fuck it up, and then now I could teach y'all all the mistakes I made and bypass that. So she was like, stop like beating yourself up over that. Okay, you lost that. Like you can get it back. You know what I mean? The market ain't going nowhere. You know.
Yeah.
Stop. You know, I'm like, you know what? You're right. I'm acting like a little. You know what I'm saying? Let me tighten up and get back. So, shout out to her for that.
Nah, that's huge. Let's take it back though. 'Cause you said you're from Gardena, right?
Absolutely.
You're from Gardena. Where did you get the Well, what part of Gardena you grew up in?
What part should I say? By Raleigh Park. So
Okay. Yeah.
I would say 134th Street would probably be the 132nd, 134th, 139th, 141st.
Okay, no, you right in there.
Area.
You
Yeah.
in there. Yeah, you in there, buddy.
I try to make sure so that if the homies ever hear it, they like, like let me make sure I name everyone.
So how was it for you growing up? Like how was it coming up in Gardena?
It wasn't hard, bro. Like we had gangs, bro, or we have them, but it wasn't nothing like. I mean, it wasn't like. I don't want to say nothing too crazy, but it wasn't like being on the east side.
Yeah.
Like
for sure.
It wasn't like a daily thing where we was being pressed to be from somewhere. We had those moments where the OG homies would, chase you around the park on Halloween or some shit, try to put you on and shit like that. But I'm like, we ran from them niggas. I'm like, bro, I don't want to be from the set. Some of the homies had to fight and do I'm like, bro,
I'm good.
I'm running, bro. I'm not doing it. So we stuck to basketball for real. That was like our saving grace. I'm like, yo, I'm a hooper. That's it. And then you had the homies who really respected it. Actually, a lot of the homies who support us now, like, bro, y'all ain't on no banging shit. Y'all go, they knew, like, y'all ain't fucking with this shit. And I'm like, yes, bro, you understand. Like, I ain't trying to.
I'm not on that.
I mean, I ain't trying to do that, bro. So it wasn't, I wouldn't say it was hard. It wasn't too crazy. Having both parents in the house. A lot of my friends, we had a conversation the other day. Most of us have both parents in the house. I don't think any of us. Maybe one or two of our friend circle have one parent in the house. So it was like a lot of our friend group was real similar. Like, went to the same schools, same type of deal at home. Parents kind of did the same things. Nobody really had too much more money than the other person. It was just all kind of tight knit. And those are still some of the same friends I got now. Like, we just went to the brunch yesterday, and we met an older friend group that was like in their 60s or 50s.
That's fire.
And we told them, like, yeah, we 30 years in. They like, yeah, we out of high school, out of Xavier, so we got like a good 30, 40.
That's huge. What brunch?
We went to Ann Waffles in Woodland Hills.
Oh, you got the spots.
Yeah.
You got the spots.
It was fire, bro. It was fire. And that was my first time there. It was a lot of people falling through there. So I was like, damn, this must be the spot coming down the hill.
Your boy that said is he part of the
he's a co-owner. Yeah.
Ah, man, we would have had us on the other side. I had no idea.
Oh, yeah. That's my buddy.
I had no idea.
But he kind of like, yo, I don't know. I don't want to speak for him. He said right there, he might slide over here and knock me out or something. But he enjoys the fact that he does a ton of stuff for the brand, but he'll be okay with me being the one sitting here.
It's the front face and yeah.
He'll be
no, you have to come say what's up to the camera before it's over with, bro. Now, okay, so then let's start it off. I mean, you do have, I feel like, and we met at Lost, right? We came through the Lost. She was like, hey, blah, 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 which I appreciate because I love organic, just like love, you know what I'm saying, in building. Like that shit is always the best. And I feel like, just LA's, again, I went to Morehouse. And so one of the things I learned at Morehouse was like, not so much networking, but just the ability to say what's up to some niggas that you may not know.
You gotta shoot what's up, bro.
That's the thing I had to learn. I'm like these niggas say what's up to niggas that they don't.
Because in LA, it's like the what's up is like, you know what I mean? Like a check your temperature, what's up, you know what I mean? I don't know, bro. Maybe it was, I ain't gonna lie, I was nervous as hell because I'm like, I don't know what bro is on. I seen you recording, doing your thing, people talking to you. I'm like, he might be like, bro, I ain't got the time for this shit right now. But I'm just one of them people where it's like, the worst you gonna do is tell me no, bro, or like, not right now or something. So I'm like, hey, sis told me who you was. I'm like, I'm gonna give bro 5 seconds to finish up what he doing, and I'm right there.
Bro, Hey, on God, though, check this out. Y'all go watch my vlog. I swear to God, go watch my vlog. It's the nigga who caught me in an elevator. The nigga he was like blowing my ear about some nonsense. So you low-key saved me, bro.
Oh, okay,
I'm
cool.
The nigga man, that nigga was wilding.
It was he was. That's why I was like, I'm gonna give him his, I'm gonna give him his space because he was so.
But even when you came to say something to me, like he tried to butt back, I'm like, bro, this combo is over. Like I'm over here now. But it be all love. But when you came up to me, you was like, yo, bro, like you showed me the brand. I'm like, nigga, I be seeing your shit. Like your shit be booming.
And bro, that right there boosts me up because Me and the bro be in the lab. Like, we doing all the printing ourselves.
yeah,
At house, we stitching the tag. We doing everything.
Yeah.
Up until this point. And for somebody such as yourself, who my sister is like, bro, you need to go talk to him.
Yeah,
For you to say that, that's just like, on the inside, bro, I was cheesing like a little kid. I'm like, oh, I went home. I'm like, oh, he already knew the brand. He knew
that's
that.
all.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gassing it. But it's like, oh, shit.
Yo, check this out, bro. When I'm like trying to, you know what I'm saying? Or less so now, but even still, bro, like I'm even stepping in my own style and like how I'm, you know, figuring out my style and shit. So I'd be like, nigga, Odell Beckham fits.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I look up, I see the t-shirt, like, all right, what brand is that? It's your brand. So yeah, I know exactly what you are. I didn't know who you were, like if I seen you to identify you.
Yeah.
But once I connected the brand, I've seen you pushing y'all shit. You know what I'm saying? And you used to have that big hat or some shit like that, right?
Absolutely.
So I definitely
should have brought that motherfucker. I usually have it on me, but
bro, yeah. I have an affinity, cause like myself, like I have an affinity for hustlers. You know what I'm saying? If you hustling and building, like, cause bro, it's so difficult and like it's just, even in like when I say it and I think, it just takes some out your soul. It takes so much soul, heart, and like flesh and blood to like build something.
oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And so like I have an affinity for builders, hustlers, and just entrepreneurs, cause bro, it changes you. It changes who you are.
Man, listen, on top of that, like having the first kid, getting married, having a second kid. But even prior to that, going through the ebbs and flows of like, I talk to my wife now. She's building her stuff up. But I'm like, I worked at the homie restaurant, being a cashier. I was getting unemployment. He was paying me cash under the table to make the rest of my bills meet. But I didn't want to be there, bro. I'm like, most people know I'm trying to build a clothing brand. And I'm in LA still on Slauson and West working at the restaurant. We know all the same people, so all the homies is pulling up, grabbing stuff, and I'm looking out the window like, what you need, bro? Shrimp and grits, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Knowing I'm trying to sell t-shirts. And it's funny because we met Fuzzy from the radio.
Yeah.
And he's pulled up to the house, grabbed some t-shirts and stuff like that. And we got connected through my mentor, Harold Lilly. Shout out to Harold. But he was like, bro, I said, Fuzz, before we even get to talking about anything, do you remember I worked at Grill Fresh? He was like, nah. I said, yeah, you used to pull up, get the shrimp and the grits. I gave him his whole order. He like, oh, yeah. I said, bro, it was me serving you. He was like, why you didn't tell me you had a clothing line? I said, bro, be honest. I'm the cashier at Grill Fresh, serving you shrimp and grits. If I told you I had the fieriest clothing line in LA, would you have listened to me, bro? Nah, you probably would. You would have heard me, but you wouldn't have been.
Yeah.
So I said, now the tables is turned. I'm being introduced to you by somebody who you hold to a high regard. Is different. You go hear what he got to say when he gassed and he said, Johnny got the hardest shit. You know what I'm saying? You like, okay, I got to take it a little more serious.
Yeah.
I said, we've been to met a few times.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, the building part, people don't want to do the part that's hard where you fell in, when you're not doing the part you want to do, where it look ugly, where you serving somebody, where it's like you go home smelling like fish. You don't eat fish. You know what I'm saying? It's, like, it's crazy, bro, but you got to do that. You got to put down your pride, your ego, and do that part. And I feel like that's the hardest part to building something, because everybody wanted to be where it is already. That don't happen, bro.
Bro, it's tough. It's crazy to hear that. This might be my favorite pod thus far. I've been waiting to get, bro, honestly. And I feel like I'm finding my voice, but I've been waiting to get in the like motivational bag with this.
Oh yeah.
So, and these are the kind of conversations I want to start having more and more.
Oh man, I mean? Listen.
I've been waiting to get into this bag. I promise you, I have. So.
Trials and tribulations is like something we know for sure. Cause I mean, even to your point of changing, like you saying the suburban LA. That's why it was like you had my wheels going already. Cause people told us with the Dead Fresh, they was like a gang of guys like, I don't wear hearts on my clothes. I'm like, bro, what? They're like, yeah, I don't wear clothes with hearts on them. I'm like, bro, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Like, you're not gonna buy something because it got a heart on it. That don't make you nothing other than what you are. Yeah. So that's how the highlight.
And it ain't like it's a
it's not even like
it's not a fruity ass.
It's not crazy, bro. It's built within the letter. So I'm like, that's crazy for y'all.
Which I got on, by the way.
Yeah, come on now. The heart bow and star in there, motherfucker. So that's how we got the highlighted version of the logo, where it say Dead Fresh, but the A is highlighted. I'm like, if y'all don't like it, I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to make it stand out even more. And when I tell you, bro, they was like, "Oh my God, this is the hardest. Like y'all killed it. I don't know what y'all did." I'm like, bro, I just took what y'all was saying y'all didn't like and made like put it in your face.
Yeah.
Pause and like y'all swear I did something super different. So once that happened, I was like, oh man, it ain't about trying to appease everybody or just the naysayers, whatever. Like just lean into it. Like to your point of people saying, "Oh, you ain't from LA" or nothing. Like, bro, you lean into it, people gonna love that shit.
100%.
Everybody hating is just really somebody. I heard them say, waiting to be a fan, bro.
That's it.
You just got to convince them.
That's it. And the cool, even the haters, bro. Like they only help you, right? It's one, they amplify your voice. Two, it's kind of like if they're saying something. If you can be mature enough to like look in the mirror and be like, well, is what they're saying true?
Yeah.
If it is true, it gives you opportunity to change it. You know what I'm saying? Just get better for real. Like,
absolutely.
You gotta let hate. If you're having a bad day, the hate will get to you. But other than that, you gotta really use the hate.
Yeah, because I respond to all of it. My sister, my cousin, laugh. She's like, bro, you respond to bots. You respond to. I said, bro, I don't erase nothing. I don't.
Yeah.
I respond to everything, bro. Somebody posted. We did the Cortez shoes, and everybody was clowning, saying, "Oh, the logo on the side looked like a ball sack." And this dude who has a shoe blog called The Shoe Game, he posted it, and it got
I heard of that. Yeah.
It got a lot of good traction because he was like, "Oh, black designers out here, getting their knee go on." And I was like, "Oh shit, somebody reposted."
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. Bro, I went through it's still up there. I went through every single comment, bro. Somebody in the comments was like, "Damn, shout out to the owner." I said, bro, everybody. I don't give a fuck what y'all saying. I'm responding to everybody. I don't care if it's hate, love, whatever. I'm there. I need it.
I'm glad you said that, right? Because that's a especially in business, a game of inches, right? Like even for Suburban, when we first started, like I had somebody named Andrew who passed away. Rest in peace, Andrew. Love you.
Peace, Andrew.
I like one of the things was like, yo, every new follower, you go shoot them a DM and say thank you. We did that for like 5K followers all the way to like 10K followers or something like that. And it was little things like that, a game of inches. And so for you guys, what do you feel like those things were early on? Like what were those small things you think you did that put you ahead?
Oh man, the very first one is, so we were originally, like I said, we've been making our shirts this whole time, but at the very beginning, we were getting transfers from Costco, and you just run them through the printer and then iron them on to a T-shirt. But for a fact, we knew that the shirt was going to mess up. Like, it was going to rub off because it was just like a thin transfer on the shirt. So we got in the habit of anybody who had interest and wanted a shirt, we gave them 2 shirts. So it's like, oh, if you bought one, it just comes with another one. Not because we just wanted to give it to you, but because in the back of, at least my head, I knew. I'm like, bro, once you wash that shit, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap, yeah.
Like, you're not getting another wear out of it. So I just gave them 2, and people was really excited about that. Like, damn, bro, I'm like, yeah. Just trying to make it seem like it wasn't nothing.
Yeah. Which is dope, though. Which is dope, though.
So I just try to make it seem like it's some cool shit, but really knowing what was going to happen. And people really caught a vibe with that. So I was like, okay, giving away shirts is going to be a big deal into getting people to wear our stuff. So it was just making cheap one-color shirts that we could just consistently give to people. Oh, you want a shirt? We'll give you one. If you bought one, we'll give you one. Like, give one to your cousin. Give one to your sister. Just giving them away to everybody. And I feel like that was one of the things that really helped us a lot because, I mean, nobody wanted to, I'll be honest, bro, nobody wanted to buy it at the beginning. Like, we had a couple people, but it wasn't like out the gate booming. The shirts was $25, one color, just a different color shirt, one color print. And we had to convince people that this is something they wanted. And I mean, they didn't. So it was like, I'm gonna be real. They didn't want it right then and there. So it was just a matter of staying on it. And then we talking 07 when we came up with the name. And this is what, damn near 20 years later, where it's just still kind of like getting to that point where, like I said, I could be excited because I go outside and you like, oh, I've seen this before. And for me, it's like coming from the place in 07 where it's like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Nobody really fucking with it. Nobody want it. Nobody know who we are. So for some, like, people as such as yourself now to say, oh, I know what it is, I'm still that person in 07 who's like thinking I still got to figure out a way to get people to know what it is.
Yeah.
So giving away shirts was by far top notch. And then my cousin, such as yourself, helped with the Instagram where we were going through, I think there was that Instagram for a minute there was a platform called Instagram where you could do what you were doing manually, but the app would do it for you.
Okay.
So I would just go in and put like the podcast people. Like there was a guy who was doing the K-Swiss podcast. I would put influencers that I like, and I would put them in there, and I would say just go through their followers and like stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like it would go
for
through
sure,
their profiles and like
No
pictures of people following them. So I'm like, I used that for a minute. When that didn't work no more, Instagram caught on to that. We did a little bit of what you did, which was go through the different profiles, like a couple pictures, comment a couple of times, like really try to do organic engagement. That helped us for a little bit. And then we went on tour. Like we had never been outside until what? That was like 21, 22. And that really helped us, bro. Like
when you say you went on tour,
like the pop-ups, like Black on the Block, Black Market Flea. We went to Sneaker Con. We went to Houston.
How long ago was
it?
This is just throughout the years?
Has been like the last 2.5 years.
Fuck! No, bro. I'm so jealous right now.
Just stopped.
I'm so jealous right now.
We just stopped, bro. We just stopped going like,
bro.
What, November snack? Like November last year, maybe?
Being a kid coming up in LA, you know, like the Fairfax way.
Oh, bro. I worked at Sporty LA.
Bro, Pink Dolphin.
Yeah.
Like, me and my boy Craig, we had a brand called 99 versus Dope. And that shit was, that shit was still hard, but it's just all of those things, like wanting to go do Complex Con or like, and even submitting to like, we were submitting in, and or like we went to go get stickers made, and like, I'm gonna live through you from now on because I always wanted a brand to blow in the clothing. God gave me this, which I'm so thankful, but we never got the merch thing down. You know what I'm saying? That shit is hard though for you to say you went with like had the booth and shit. Like I wanted to experience that, bro.
That shit is that we started off wet behind the ears, breath smelling like Similac. Like the wives was pulling up on us talking about, oh, y'all need to do this, you need that, y'all need hangers, y'all need this.
Yeah.
Me and the bro already sitting there looking at other people like, yeah, bro, we gotta do a lot better.
No.
We got it.
Niggas showed up to the game, they got blew out by 30. Like, oh shit, we're not prepared.
We was looking like, yeah, we didn't show up right. We kind of underestimated this one. And then from there, bro, the fire just lit. We like, nah, bro, we finna turn it up till we one of the best vendors in this mug. And it started there, and we like, all right, we got this down pat. We went to Atlanta.
But hold on, let's get him the game, right? What's the game of that? Fail fast as you can. You know what I'm saying? All of these is just failures. Niggas didn't want the shirts. Oh, you don't like them like this? Make them. The objective of this business game is fail as fast as you fucking can.
Absolutely, bro.
And just keep, and like, well, go.
You gotta make me, like, to your point, you gotta make the shirt the shirt that got us to the point we at now, because even the tour was, okay, cool. We going out, we figuring it out, but we still didn't have that one product.
That piece, yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just still like, oh, let's throw it. It was kind of all over the place, I would say that. We just trying to see what's going to hit. And once we came with the Kobe shirt, like, that shit took on a life of its own, bro. Like, literally, to your point, I'm sitting there, $75 from, no, $75 that EDD said they would give me every 2 weeks. So mind you, I'm married, I got 2 kids, rent coming up, bills due, everything. That was my last resort. I'm like, oh, I'm going to hit EDD. That shit worked in the pandemic because I had got a commercial with my daughter. So we got unemployment from...
Mind you, let's put some perspective on this, right? Brand started in 2007.
Yeah.
Pandemic is 2020.
2020.
Let's think about the longevity and the hustle that his niggas come up to me like, oh, I remember when you started Suburban. I'm like, nigga, I started shit in 2012, bro. Get away from me. Get away from me. Nigga, like, no, you were not, bro.
You did not.
I've been struggling.
I know the people who was there.
Yeah, nigga, I was just on Amazon Flex. Nigga, like, stop playing. Like, that shit be pissing me off, bro.
Listen,
Where was you when I was broke? 3 years ago.
I was just at the motherfucking cashier doing I was just there, bro. I'll tell
you, bro. Man. You gotta understand. I'm walking up. Listen. Thank God, but I'm walking up to niggas' doors with a box. Niggas like, ain't you Scottie with an Amazon vest? Like, that is demoralizing. Bro, but you got to push through.
Nigga, that's exactly how I felt working at that motherfucking restaurant, bro. Just like grateful for it though, because it's helping me get to where I need to go. But knowing, like, basically like the homie Gabe, that's my wifey, one of her better friends. So the homie Gabe worked for Nas, right? And he used to come up all the time. I know he know who I am. Like, you know my wife through and through. I know you know who I am. But the person I am, I take my job serious. So as a customer service, people coming up, they waiting in the car, whatever, I take them their stuff. Like, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna make you come back up to the window, I'm gonna take it. He waiting in the car, chilling with the homie or whatever. I'm like, I'm really in the restaurant, like, I know he already know who I am. I don't want to even go out here and really do this for real, bro, because it's like, bro, I'm a fucking cashier. So I'm about to take him his fish and shit. This shit feel weird, bro. I really want to be doing these fucking clothes. Fast forward, you know what I'm saying? We work together now where I'm able to have an avenue to get Nas shirts, to get him shirts, because it's like, I didn't let that stop me from doing what I would normally do in that situation, which is put my customer service first. You know what I'm saying? Put my ego to the side. It's like those moments come back around and that person's going to see you in a different light, but you can't act funny. You can't switch up, bro. That shit it's hard to do, bro. But
very humbling,
like,
bro.
You up, but you got to do it.
It's very humbling and it make you a man, bro.
You got to do it, bro, because like I said, the 70...
Back to the 75. Thank you. You right there. Go.
The $75. So I'm down bad, bro. I'm like EDD the last resort. $75 every 2 weeks. I'm like, bro, I can't do nothing with that.
Yeah.
I'm on TikTok looking at shit. I got to figure out something. I got a bunch of screens in my garage, at least like 100. I just got frustrated energy. So I tell my nephew, look, bro, we just going to clean all these screens. Like, I don't even know what to do today, bro. Like, I'm just frustrated. We going to clean them all. One of them going to be a hit, bro. I promise you. I don't know what's going to go on there. I don't know what's going to happen, but I don't even have another choice, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you, I don't even have another choice. This is my only choice. Like, all these machines, this right here, this is all we got. We go in there. I come across the Kobe image. We put it on the front of the shirt. The homie tell me how much it is to print just the front of it. I'm like, whatever, bro. This is my last little bread. We print it. I throw a sample up, screen print the back, put it on the ground in my garage, take a video with my phone. That shit got like, I think like 50 to 100,000 views, like the fastest I ever got it. And I was like, oh shit, it might be something here. I was listening to LaRussell talk about his gold cards that he sells to his fans and stuff. And he was like, I did a clip on a podcast where I was talking about the gold cards. And I liked the clip so much that I put it up on my Instagram. It got some really good traction. So we start putting money behind it, $100 a day for Instagram. He was like, bro, I don't know if this is exactly what he said, but what he said that got me was, when I tell you we made thousands, he was like, we good. He was like, off of that clip, selling cards, it ain't set at no price. It's paid, you pay what you want. But he said, we good. Like, the Instagram ads is paid for. I just sat there like, bro, I ain't got nothing. Like, I don't have another play. If I throw $100 on this shirt and it's already getting good traction, if the shirts was $65, if 2 people buy a shirt every day, I'm good. Like, it'll pay for itself. At the very least, I'll get more people coming to the site. Bro, when I say that shit changed, like,
set it off.
It was crazy because that video since had what, like 15 million views now.
Ooh, 15 million?
Yeah. Just and it blows.
You closed 5% of that. I'm just doing some numbers,
bro. It blew my mind. It blew my mind, bro, because it's like, first of all, this shirt is just laying on my garage floor, bro. I ain't do nothing special, no lighting, no nothing crazy. It's just my voice, shirt on the floor, desperate, like, yo, this is what I got. And for that shit to do that, it taught me so many lessons because, like, again, I was paying somebody to print those shirts. Like, he was smacking me, bro. It was like, I think like $21 just
to print?
Just to print, like, the front of your shirt right here. That's why I say I went home and screen printed the back because I had that equipment.
Yeah.
He charged me $21 just to print the front.
Damn.
That shirt blank. That shirt blank is $8. So you already at $30.
Yeah. What minimum was he? You was what minimums?
No minimum. But he was, nigga. no matter how many I brought,
He was beating you pink and blue, bro.
Oh,
that nigga was beating you up.
That was my first lesson in like. I told my mentor it felt like I signed a record deal, but I was like I was independent, but I was like that was my experience of like feeling like I was in a record deal.
Yeah.
Because I had a hit, it was booming.
Oh,
I kept wondering why he like, bro, you gonna blow up? I can't wait. He gassing me, but I'm like, I'm just there. Hey, bro, the shirt working. I ain't got the same problem I had before. And then I finally sat down, like a year or two later, and I looked up and I said, oh shit. That's why he keep telling me I'm like,
yeah.
He done made all the money off this motherfucker.
It's something that you said, because I do want to take it. I want to pick your brain on the business side of it. Because you said you was like, yo, if I just hit 2 of these a day.
Oh man, thank you, bro.
You're like, if I just hit, yeah, God be hot to understand. You're like, yo, if I just hit 2 a day, I hit my number. And I think a lot of the times I tell like entrepreneurs or just people in the, like just money, whatever. I'm like, bro, if you don't know your number, you never gonna hit it.
You never gonna.
And I think people are like, I just want to get rich or whatever the case. And I'm like, what's your number?
Yeah.
Even now, like, as I start to kind of build out the team or delegate better, I'm heavily focused on sales. And I'm like, okay, like we have these ad packages that we have, and I'm like, all right, how many ad packages do I want to sell a week, right? And if you start looking at the business from that perspective, you start getting this 6-month projections, these 1-year projections, 2 years projections. You already know what you're doing Q4 of 3 years from now. And like you, even just all the jargon. When I start to look at these business people, the jargon and how fast they're able to, because they know all their numbers.
They know it already, yeah.
So for you guys, how deep in the trenches of the business have you gotten, or is it still in that level where like, yo, we just heavily on marketing, or like where are you with the business side of everything?
With the business side of it, like I said, I just met my new tax attorney last year, and she's helping a lot. Shout out to Sunny. Her name is Sunny Atkinson. So if y'all, anybody needs some help out there, she's amazing. I'm gonna call Sunny. She helped when Citibank was going through that crisis in Silicon Valley. She's the one they called to turn it around.
Oh, really? Oh, fire.
So she's amazing, bro. She's already taught me so much already, but I'm saying her name to say she's the one who's helping me put systems in play to not be running around doing just sales and marketing, because that's what I didn't know we were doing, during the tour. Strictly focused on sales and marketing. That's it. We were trying to grow organically, sell as many shirts as we can, shake as many hands as we can, but it wasn't so much like the business admin part. Just focus on social growth, awareness, brand awareness, and sales. Until we, 2.5 years into the tour, it's like we paying no dude all the money to print all the shirts. A lot of stuff is happening. We traveling, flight tickets, vendors, just doing a bunch of stuff. And you step back and look at the Excel sheet, and it's like, oh shit, bro, like, what are we actually doing for real? Like, we doing a lot, yes. We getting a lot out of it, yes. But where are we actually taking it? So that's why for the last 6 months, we've been on a break from the shows and everything. It's just been
getting it right,
focusing on printing for the outside clients that we have, such as like organizations, charities, just different, different people that we produce for.
Okay, so you guys
focused online.
You guys have the brand, but you guys also do screen print. Your screen printing business as well.
Screen print, DTG, the DTG, and then we outsource like our cut and sew and everything if we need to, if necessary, like Letterman jackets and stuff like that.
Fire.
But we produce like.
So you're like, if I had a brand, you do my brand for me.
1,000%. The only thing we haven't done yet is people are asking us to do what we do for our brand, which is like
the jewels and shit like that, or no?
Not the jewels, but we've been able to get to a point where we can kind of print on demand almost. It's like we don't have to keep a lot of because that was a big problem we were having, where we would print a bunch of stuff because we weren't doing, like, let's say just for the DTG. Then I'm sitting there going through the numbers saying, okay, we sold 45 larges, 32 XLs, 14 smalls. Okay, large is our biggest seller. XL is the second. 2X. Then you got medium. Then it just trickles down slowly from there. So I'm just doing guesstimates on stuff. So when we went to Atlanta the first time, we killed them. Like, we sold out of everything. But shit, those 2-3 days before, it was stressful as fuck for me, because I'm sitting there like, okay, going through the Google Analytics. I mean, like, all, like, from 2011.
Oh, you running it all back.
And then shortening it down to just the last 2 years, and then just really trying to get a gist for like, okay, what is it that our customer, just size-wise, what are they buying? What's more popular? What can we not take?
Yeah.
And just trying not to come home with, a bunch of shit. Like, we want to go there and leave with nothing. And that part right there is a part that you
chill, bro. Chill.
That's the part that a lot of people don't, you just want to go there and just be like, yeah, my shit gonna sell out because it's hard. But it's like, no, you really got to put the mind share into like,
bro,
not guessing, but taking an educated guess.
It is, and it's strategy, and it's crazy because that's what took Suburban so long to get to, or not even the brand in Suburban has always been that, but I didn't start making real money until I was able to start looking at the strategy and just thinking through how to flesh all this stuff out. So to your point, right? Of like, I'm like selling ads. I'm like, oh, you're a black-owned business. Oh, you do music. Oh, you have events. Like, one of the competitive advantages that we have as a brand is we're city-based. We're based in the city of Los Angeles. Yeah. And it wasn't until I was able to think through and think like, oh, we're able to sell it, like, branding to events throughout the city. Yeah. And it's like, as much as people come for our tweets or like even the podcast stuff that we're doing now, I'm like, our competitive advantage and the way we're just making hella money is we're promoting on these events. We're promoting like 3 events a day. Yeah. But it wasn't until I was able to sit back and like strategize and think through it. And I think coming from our community, we're so blue collar, like we're so used to flipping the burgers that we can't think back and be like, hey, like we sell 150% more when we add bacon. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we just think like, oh, just add the bacon. It's like
small stuff.
Yeah, bro.
Smallest stuff.
And it's very difficult to do because we're coming from a place of scarcity, no resources. Yeah. You can't even step back and think this nigga's beating me over the head. Cause all I'm trying to think is how can I make $15? You know what I'm saying?
It took a lot for that to happen. And when I say a lot, I'm saying like I'm purposely not saying what it took. I can tell you off camera, but it took a lot for that to even happen because it was flowing so well that it was like if what happened wouldn't have happened, I wouldn't have stopped because it was like it was an easy button. Yeah. I was waking up like we were waking up and easily, bro, 6-7 shirts so easy every day.
Yeah, and that shit feel good.
And not having to do nothing, bro, but wake up and just print the shirt and send it out. And it's like, oh, okay, this ad I'm never turning this ad off, bro, ever.
And you know what really sucks too? Because I even think about like, damn, I'm like, bro, like you've been going since 2007. I've been going since 2012. And it's a very hard thing to think it through. And maybe you could relate to it or not, but I'm like, bro, if I would just give up a percentage of the company, I'd probably be so much farther ahead, so much sooner. Just because like at that point you're essentially like you're buying, it takes a lifetime to build shit. So like if I had some old head with some money and some knowledge, like if I gave up 50%, it probably put me so far ahead.
Yeah. But you gotta think about what come with, like the tax lady told me, because I've been offered a few times, people like, oh, come move in, because now I'm starting to learn that. And the other homie just pulled up and really hit me over the head with it. He like, bro, oh, you the brand and the manufacturer.
That's why I was like, oh, shit, that's nuts.
I was like, oh, shit. Because people have been telling me for so long, like, you can't do both. You got to pick one. Like, you can't do both. I did it in my brand fail. I did it in this. And I'm like, that's cool, bro. Mm-hmm. But that ain't me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I just kept at it, like, just kind of, I don't know, just being stubborn. I know I'm, like, hard-headed, but just being stubborn, like, bro, I'm not y'all. But when he said that, I was like, oh, shit. That's why people keep asking me, like, yo, you want to move into the shop? You want to move into the shop? You want to partner up? You want to partner up? Because it's like, shit, if I just leave you there, I know it's cool because you know everything. But I'm like, nah, bro, that ain't, we trying to get to a point where, one, ownership, bro. Because I was listening to a dude on YouTube, actually, before I pulled up here, and he was talking about Sinners. Mm-hmm. He was like, I'm not a hater or nothing like that. And I haven't seen the movie. I don't know Ryan Coogler, Michael B. Jordan, like, no affiliation. But he was saying, like...
that's my cousin.
Who?
Ryan Coogler.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah, I'm lying.
Oh, I was still going to say it.
Okay. I was like, that's hard. But that nigga...
Because I wasn't going to say nothing bad about him.
Okay.
He was just saying, like, to your point, we get so caught up in fame and getting caught up in
Shiny
being a
shit.
producer,
Yeah.
and the shiny stuff that you never peel back the curtain and say, all right, who owns the rights to Creed, to Sinners, to the? And he said every time you pull back the curtain, it ain't us. You know what I'm saying? That was, and he named a couple people who own it, and he was like, he put a new perspective on, like, put something in my mind when I go see it, because he was like, maybe my cousins went to go see it, they was talking about it. They was talking about the Irish vampire and all of this. I don't really know what they talking about, but I'm listening. He was like, well, the Irish vampire is probably because if there's an Irishman that owns the Creed series. So he probably feels like he's a personal vendetta, like he's being vamped by the people who is, you know, basically blood sucking off of him.
For sure.
So he was like, I don't think it had anything deep. It's just probably a personal thing for him to get his shit off in the movie.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And I was like, damn. So to your point, like, yes, we could both be a lot farther if somebody invests and come, you know, just put some gas on a spark. But at the same time, it's what Sonny told me. What do you give up? Right now, we on the phone. You doing a text call with me. You don't have to hang up the phone and say, hold on, let me call. And see if such and such is
true,
and see if the number, if that number is correct. Let me call such and such and see if. Let me call and see if, you know, every time it's gonna be a let me call and see if, because it's not you solely making the decision. But as the owner, that's you solely making that decision. So yeah, it feels, for me, that's like a, you know, you go back and forth, because on one hand, it's like we've come this far building it, and we've taken the stairs with no resources. Like, we really pulled ideas out of thin air and brought them to life. Like, that's huge. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that shit is so good.
Most people will just laugh at that and let it pass by. But it's like, bro, this was really an idea. Like, no resources, no training, no school, no nothing. This is literally trial and error. Our money spent, like, making mistakes, y'all, like, getting jobs, putting the money here, going to DoorDash, Uber.
That shit is like, bro, it's
car repo.
It's honestly like, bro.
Like, bro, my car got repoed in 2018, bro. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to nobody. My car got repoed, and that shit put me on my ass. It's honestly
like Gervonta Davis. It's like your arms is up, and Gervonta Davis just hit you in your gut. It's just like,
you just got to be like, yeah, dude, that's life.
Yeah. But okay, to your point, and it's crazy. It's a deeper conversation there, because when you look at all of the industries in America, or just black people, and I was thinking about this, like, black people are the only people who don't have an industry that we dominate. Right? I'm in the media industry. Yeah. Jews dominate the media industry. Yeah. You look at like imports and exports.
Yeah.
Asians dominate that, right? Like they dominate that. And it's like, what do we dominate? We don't dominate machinery. We don't dominate tech. Like, where do we as black people say this is our industry? Entertainment, but it is like we don't even own it.
Yeah, you don't own your work.
Yeah, and it's tough. But that's to your point. And it's crazy, because I've caught myself saying like, oh, black people care about ownership too much. And hearing you say that and just kind of thinking back on it, I'm like, damn, that was probably like a stupid comment for me to make. When you think about it,
it's not stupid, bro. Not on your half. It's just that
it's tougher. It's like gangbang. It's like you could say it's stupid, but it's like people die for this shit.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's like, how can you know what I'm saying? It's like that.
Somebody will really be like, nah, nigga, I do everything for the
set. Yeah.
Like, damn, bro, really?
And it's like, damn, really? But at the same time, it's like, yo, you done lost lineage behind this shit. So
and you don't even own your house on the street, bro.
Yeah,
you in the apartment, or you know, not everyone, but I'm just saying, like, in a general sense, like, if you in an apartment and you banging for the street, then it's like, bro, that ain't. You really don't own nothing over here, bro. Yeah. It's just the idea that you think if a nigga come over here, he's stepping on some shit you own. It's like, bro, come on now. I could never be boxed in like that. Like, that was the hardest part for gangbanging for me, bro. I want to be able to go outside my city and not be looking over like at a party functioning and somebody ain't looking at me like, yeah, they're gonna cut right there.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
I was just scary, nigga. I wasn't playing. Like, how you gonna jump in my legs? Work, nigga.
Hey, look, me too, bro. I ain't. Nah.
I do want to take it because you said something, and I feel like I've been thinking about generational curses a lot. And when you think about generational curse, what do you think of? What's the first thing you think of?
I know the first thing I think of, but it's hard, like to go into it easy, hard conversations, bro.
Really? Okay. Oh my God.
Like,
okay.
people run away from if the conversation feels hard, then it's like, oh, I'm just gonna avoid it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you said that,
That-
because growing up, generational curses for me was like, nigga, we poor. I want to get rich. That was a generational curse. And then as I get older and I'm stepping more into just who I am as a person, like I realize relationships was like with women is like a crazy toxic relationship. I've grown up in my house. I've seen some crazy shit. Not saying that marriage isn't hard, but I'm realizing like there's more than just one generational curse of marriage. To your point, like tough conversations, relationships.
Yeah.
And I say that to say, because you mentioned that you're married.
Mhm.
And so how pivotal has that been for you, for your business and just life? Having that rock, has it been tough? Like,
For one, we my wife has been my neighbor since I was 11 years old. We grew up next door to each other, like literally on some love and basketball shit, like
fire.
next door to each other.
And you like 6'6" or some shit like that.
Come on now, you know what I'm saying? Alley-oop. But she, so I've known her all my life. That's one. Our families know each other, our parents, our brothers and sisters. Like
Fire.
it's well mingled. So we have the history of it only not being good, but our parents getting into it. You know, like it's all of that. Like it ain't sweet.
Real family.
Yeah. So I say when we got married, it was huge for me because prior to that, we broke up after we had our first daughter. We had our first daughter in 2015, and to the point I was making earlier, I'm trying to figure out this business. Like I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing now. I just don't know nothing, bro. I don't know. Like I'm looking at people make wallets, backpacks, and I'm just like deer in the headlights, bro. Like how? How? Like what are they? How are they doing this? And so I'm smoking, chilling at the house. I think that was the last time I played video games, like 2015, bro. But in her eyes, it looks like I'm just sitting around not trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? She's like, bro, what are you doing? We got a kid now. Like, what's going on? And I'm like, I'm trying to figure it out. I just really I don't even know where to go first. You know what I'm saying? And it got rough because in her mind, it was kind of like, I mean, I'm working corporate. We got the baby, everything like that. Like, I mean, I could kind of do it without you if this is what you're going to do. And that shit hurt my heart, bro. I was devastated. Like, wait, what? Like prior to this baby and everything, like I paid off my student loans, my credit card. Like, bro, I didn't have no debt, no nothing. I had got a different commercial, so I had a little bit of bread. I went and bought myself a car, and I'm like,
I'm trying.
I'm trying a little bit. Like I'm gonna do this Uber, but it kind of dried up a little. You know what I'm saying? Shit was getting crazy, and she like, nah, it ain't enough. You know what I mean? So I got down on myself, lost my self-esteem and everything. And I was like, you know what? I can't do this no more. I had to step outside the house and be like, I gotta be somewhere else. I can't be here. I ended up going back to my parents' house, still trying to Uber and do all of that. But I was, depressed, not really doing it as much. Do it a little bit, go home, smoke a little bit. Like, just like not really being as responsible as I should. Because knowing deep in my heart, I really want to do this clothes and stuff like that. I just haven't been able to figure it out. Car get repoed, all of that stuff like that. And it's like, you really got to tighten up and figure it out. Because after that, my auntie told me, she helped me get the car back. But she like, bro, whatever, I forgot what age. I think I was like 29, maybe 28. And she like, I mean, you a grown-ass man, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like, I'm not going to help you again. So I'm going to help you now. You're going to pay me back. But I'm not going to help you again. You need to figure it out. Like, you need to grow the fuck up. And I'm like, damn, she right. So from that point on, that's when it's just slowly start, finding miscellaneous jobs until I found myself at the restaurant. But yeah, that shit, the being married part, that happened in we got back together 2019. We ended up getting married 2021. And I would say from 2021 up until now, it's probably been it's been the best years of my life.
Fire.
Like, as far as financial in my career, as far as like, I went to therapy, like right before we got back together. It was the first time I went to therapy. So I was like down on myself, low self-esteem, all of these things. I was convinced that I was a lot of things that I wasn't. And I was against therapy, huge. I was like, bro, I don't need no fucking therapy.
It's low-key I be feeling, bro.
I was like, I don't need that shit. But I needed somebody to talk to, bro, who wasn't my dad, my mom, my brother, my best friend, the people who I knew was already gonna tell me the shit like, gas me up, bro. Bro, you got the, just tell you all the stuff.
The juice, nigga, you got the juice.
They just go gas you up and try to get you back hype. And I'm like, nah, I don't need that. I need to really be able to tell somebody like the fucked up shit I be hearing that, about myself. Like, is that true? This is how I really feel.
Damn, bro.
It really
That's
just
fire,
put it all on the table. And he was, mind you, it was a black guy, so I was super appreciative of that. Shout out to Shell Best. He really helped me turn it around, bro. He gave me homework, he gave me assignments, he gave me different stuff, and it really made me sit down and start working on myself. I started getting up at 3 a.m., going to run at the beach in the sand every day.
Bro.
And it was like doing stuff that was uncomfortable for me because I'm like, the wifey don't get up until 6:30. The kids is asleep. I can get up at 3. I don't want to get up at 3, but that's 3 hours to myself where nobody's going to, I know nobody's bothering me because nobody wants to get up at 3 o'clock with me except for a couple of the homies here and there. But I know for a fact, if I get up every day at 3, I got 3 to 3.5 hours to myself to read, to meditate, to go work out, to shower, to get myself together, do some emails, do it. And it really started to change like the course of my life, bro. Because I was up early, I'm getting shit done, I'm working on myself, I'm getting out of my own way, I'm talking to my therapist, I'm working on my business. I found a mentor who helped me learn how to do screen printing better. I ended up getting better accounts. Like my buddy started the Venice Basketball League. We did all the uniforms for that. We did the uniforms for Sierra Canyon when Bronny and them went to China.
I flex on them, niggas.
And it was just
flex on them.
These is all ones that was just came right out of me coming out of the restaurant though. That's why I'm saying it because it's like that only came, bro, because the homie Ali, my other best friend Jason work at LAPD, right? We hooping at the LAPD station late at night. The homie Ali run the Undefeateds. So I'm guarding him. We hooping. I'm like, oh, he know who I am. Like, we ain't really cool, but we done hooped a couple times. I just pull up to, I had an audition in Hollywood. I pulled up to Undefeated. I'm like, Ali here? They like, yeah. I said, Ali, look, I know you seen me before we hooped at LAPD. He, oh, yeah, you Jason. Hey, look, bro, I don't need you to do nothing for me, but I got this brand. This is what I'm trying to do. I print. He's like, oh, bro, I ain't even going to have you do no brand shit. Like, you print. And then that's where the Sierra Canyon and all that shit came from. So I'm like, oh, okay. Bro. It's just about me doing the same thing I did when I came up to you. I'm just shooting shots, bro. I'm going in.
The networking shit worked. The networking shit worked. I will say I'm hella proud of you. I feel like you
Thank you, man.
Nah, yeah, bro. Listen, like, I mean, even despite like how big the brand has gotten, which we talked a little bit about the brand, but most importantly, bro, like that, what you just described is like something that I'm currently going through, and that a lot of us, especially as black men, like we be afraid to do that self work, bro. It's a lot of like,
it's scary, dog.
It's a lot of voices. It's a lot of fears. Like, bro, we don't have. I feel like all we have is the black woman, and sometimes we don't even have them.
It's tough.
So it's like it a lot of times it can feel like who got our back. You know what I'm saying? Do you have any siblings?
I got 2. I got an older brother and a younger sister. Yeah.
And with that, it's like as the black men, it's kind of like everybody look. It's like they depend on us, looking at us. Like we supposed to be ultra tough, ultra had the money. Like if we ain't got the whip and bitches and hoes, you ain't shit, nigga. Like you ain't got no hoes, nigga.
We were just talking about all that.
You ain't got no chain, nigga. And it's like it's crazy, bro. It's bro. I just bought a stupid, ridiculous chain, and my justification is for it's like, yo, cause I need the young niggas to look at me while I'm spitting these gems.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, yeah, but it's like, that's also fucked in itself.
It's
like,
crazy. I had a nigga tell me he bought a Tesla so niggas would buy his T-shirts. He's like, I'm going to get the Tesla so when I pull up and pop the trunk with the shirts in it, they going to be like, oh. And in my head, I'm like, bro, I got to stay far away from you because that sound crazy. I'm pulling up in this Honda 2013 Insight paid off, nigga, that got repoed. I got it back, but it's paid off now, nigga. I'm pulling up in this, bro, because they want what I got in the car, not what I'm pulling up in. You know what I'm saying? So
that's fine.
I get it, though, because I bought the chain, I iced it out and all of that, but I was so uncomfortable. I ended up pawning it, bro. I didn't like wearing it because I was like, every time I wear it, I feel uncomfortable.
I be feeling like that sometimes. I be looking at me, I be like, I don't give a fuck about this shit, bro. It's goofy ass shit, man. This ain't true, nigga. But J. Cole, one of my favorite lines is like, man, the good news is, nigga, you came a long way. The bad news is, nigga, you went the wrong way. Think being broke was better. I said, oh, shit.
You don't know until you try it, though, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You don't know until you go buy the chain, until you wear it, and you realize, like, bro, this ain't.
I'm in this motherfucker. Like first of all, I feel uncomfortable. Second, nigga might hit me upside the head for this motherfucker.
Just cause I got it.
Just cause I got it. We was at the club the other day. I did a hosting with Joe Moses. We Ubered up there, and our cars was like down the street. And I was like, I'm finna order the Uber. My brother was, cause the parking was finna close, and my brother was like, we finna just walk back to. I'm like, walk down the street with no, nigga. Like, but it's like, why even put yourself in a position where you're a target?
Exactly. It just sounds like you put yourself in a different like.
And with all that being said, I'm still gonna rock that motherfucker.
And still gonna
damn it.
Tonight, I'm gonna put that bitch on.
I got
bro. Me and the homie say thing. We want the different colored ones because we grew up watching Pharrell and all that.
Yeah.
I want the different colored ones and all of that, but it'll just be a time and a place.
Yeah, time and a place.
Once I get there, bro, you know, like. Yeah. But for now, for me to do that, it's like I much rather like. I just told the wifey the other day, like, man, we was talking. She said, "You don't even want no car." And I said, "What do you mean?" I said, "I do want a car. You think I like getting in this? I can't fit in that Honda. I'm like 6'5". You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's good on gas. It take $40 to fill up. I get 330 miles, bro. I'm making an executive decision to keep that car.
You're not a little boy. You like, nigga, I'm finna do this. Nigga, I'm finna play the position.
But I'm telling her, the only reason I'm willing to sacrifice and do that, and I think it goes back to kind of like, not the point of not having a black woman, but just having to get her to understand the plight, because they always say like, oh, as a black woman, it's so hard. But it's like, man, as a black man, you don't even really get to complain about it. Like, you just got to go out and do it. So I was like, there's not really much for me to complain about to you about it, because I just have to go do it. And the prime example is like, okay, what was it? She said you don't want the car. So I said, no, I could afford the car that I want. My credit is good. I had the money, everything like that. But this Asian nigga is whooping my ass on printing these T-shirts. I done gave this nigga damn near $150,000 just to print the shirts. I said, when I looked it up, I done paid for the machine that print the shirts 2 to 3 times.
Exactly.
So that made me more mad than, oh, I need to go get a new fucking car. No, I need to go get a new fucking machine. I need to go get this machine.
Yeah.
And that's how we got to the point where it's like, now we have that machine, and I'm paying for that lease of that machine. But it's like, that's my car right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, sure. That's a $30,000 machine. That's the car that I would have went and got. I put it in that, because now if money get low or if something happened, bro, it been times where I showed the other homie, I was like, I had 23 cents in my account at one time. But because of that, I had that machine available to me. The next day, I got $5,000.
You gonna make some money.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
it's being able to identify opportunity costs. Because there's be times where I be looking at this. Sometimes you buy different things, of course, but I'd be like, man, buy this or buy this that I know is gonna make me how much ever over the next couple. Bread. Yeah, for sure. You
got to, and that be the sad where I hear a lot. At least that's where the therapy came in, helping me, because I've heard a lot of times where like, oh, you selfish. You think about yourself. You just like there's this like going thing where it's just like, oh, you're just in the world of Johnny. Like if nothing else is outside of that, you're not really paying attention. It's like, no, that's not true, because in this world that I do live in, I'm making the sacrifices that don't just benefit me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I did that, I would have went and got my favorite car. But that's not what I did, I
big got the G-Wagon. Stop.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, I would have went and got it. But, nah, right now I'm willing to. I made these sweats out of 2 pairs of sweats. I make my own shirt. I make my own socks. I mean, I'm not going to buy nothing, bro. I don't have a personal bill other than life insurance and my rent for my, you know what I'm saying?
Fire.
Every other bill is a business bill.
Yeah.
I don't like.
Nah, that's pretty much how I get down.
Bro, I'm not buying. I don't need. I tell wifey all the time, I don't need anything. Bro. I'm low maintenance, bro. I don't need a lot of stuff. If I like something, I'm gonna get it. Other than that.
Going towards a vision.
It's going towards the vision, bro. That's it. Ultimately.
All right, I like it. Great. I do. Before we wrap, it's two things. One, I want to get your boy to come say what's up. I think the people need to see him, even though you may not want to be seen. I don't know.
That's my dog.
But also,
for instance, we were 6, nigga.
For you being, having one of the better brands in LA. Can you give me?
Hey, say that one more time. Man.
Being one of the better brands in LA. What is your
Hey.
Oh no, I got maybe 3 questions.
I'm having fun, bro.
Look at Solomon. Look up at me.
Oh, he's like, come on, man. Solomon, I ain't in no rush, man. I'm good. I'm enjoying myself.
What do you think the top 5 brands are it ain't gonna be out of LA, but that you're watching right now?
Top 5.
Yeah.
Ooh, oh, damn. I've always liked Come.
Homie, okay.
Come Day Scorson.
Oh shit, okay.
That's
cool.
like Come is like, I just love the aesthetics. Come, huge inspiration, I would say. I won't even say irrelevant to the times. BBC,
Fire.
Ice Cream, Babe,
Mm-hmm.
Come.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the heavy Japanese.
Yeah.
And then I'll say, just because I like the story, I was just talking to the Asian homie about Fubu.
Fire.
And that Samsung invested in Fubu and stuff like that, like their textile department. So I was sitting there like, yeah,
That's kind of dope.
to your point of our earlier conversation, a play like that come, then it's different. Like,
Yeah.
like
that $100 million check.
and David John, they had the opportunity to buy it back based on how they performed. They outperformed the projection, so it was.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, so I'm like, I like shit like that. So that I would say Fubu for the story and for the impact. And then the last one, I don't know. Let's say a fifth one.
Dead Fresh.
Yeah. Let's just keep it Dead Fresh. Yeah, Dead Fresh.
What you
This taught me everything I know, bro.
What you think about Supervision?
Supervision hard. That's Gavin, right?
Yeah,
Shout out to Gavin.
yeah.
Supervision is hard. Let me see some LA brands. Supervision. I like what Desto is doing. I like what Hellstar is doing. Hellstar more so because I think they're producing their stuff too.
They're out of LA?
I know their print studio is in LA.
Oh shit. Okay.
Because the homie said I actually seen one of the homies working there. So yeah, I think the print studio is in LA. Hellstar, awful lot of it. Supervision. Shout out to one of the other homies, El Capitan, doing his thing.
Fire.
Yeah, that's probably the only ones. If it's somebody in LA, I forgot. Don't come after me.
Fire. Okay, I'm gonna introduce the homie. I'm gonna let you take my seat. My question for you, as you take my seat, is how do you guys get to the point where y'all start moving? Y'all moving 100K units per month?
100K?
Yeah.
Nah, I
Can't
think
be. 100K, that's a lot, right?
That's a lot.
How do y'all get to the point where you moving 100K units? Yeah, get in the hot seat.
Yeah, we'll go.
Or is that even you wish to do that? I don't know. Just speak to that.
Oh yeah, we're trying to move 1 million.
Yeah. So for real, the plan is to 10x.
Yeah,
I think
always tenfold.
Yeah, tenfold. So I'm thinking like our highest was probably around like.
It was around X and O.
Yeah, it was up there. But how we get to 100,000? I would definitely say, the Instagram ads is a big way. That was huge for revenue because once we had a product that people wanted, putting money behind it was like a no-brainer. It was just like, how many more people can we put it in front of? Because it's a numbers game at that point. So to 100,000, I would really say we not.
I would say expand
like,
on
that ain't crazy.
Expand on everything from marketing, content,
delegation and hiring,
delegation, community, building community.
You said that earlier. I was like, hell yeah, delegation,
network.
Yeah,
but definitely just doubling down on the content and marketing.
And I feel like hiring in a new space because right now we've maximized like to the point we said earlier. I think we've moved like a lot of thousands of units, bro, and they've all been made, printed, sold, bagged, and shipped by one of our hands. Yeah. So it's like to have more, we need more people. So by the end of this year, we will be moving into a bigger space for production to take on like not only the demand in the brand, but the demand for outside clients. and then hiring people to delegate, because we're doing the printing and the pre-treating and the packing and the folding, whereas our brain power, and he can correct me if I'm wrong, may be better used like when we traveling, when we going to have meetings.
We're not
Mike
not
and
thinking about
Keys,
1,000
different
things.
people, like, hey, come pull up, come to this event, come in here, like doing certain things like this, where when we hear production can still be happening, as opposed to when we go to Atlanta, Houston, and doing certain things, it's like it's on pause until
I want to say it's my last question, but I want to say this, and I'll say that once we get off the pod too. There's a book called "Building a Business You Love" by Dave Ramsey. He runs through oh, this is crazy. I'm behind the boards like Solomon right now.
Hey, yeah, come on.
This is hard. Hey,
he done switched
welcome
up
to Scottie and Friends, man. This is how we do it, man. I'm behind the boards, I'm in front of the boards, we're doing a million things.
Come on now.
But "Building the Business You Love" by Dave Ramsey, I swear to God, mandatory read. Like, y'all have to read it. I'm not even suggesting it. Read it. Trust me.
Yep, I'm right.
But my last question, how did y'all get Odell Beckham to wear y'all shit?
First of all, he bought it. Let's start there.
Oh.
Because a lot of people would be like, oh, man, that's hard. And all.
So you just woke up, he was just wearing it?
Kind of.
Yes, that's pretty much what happened.
So hard.
But
building community around the globe.
The networking part of it is we
have y'all met him yet?
No. We've never met him, never spoke to him,
That's
never
conversation.
Never nothing. But it was just like a friend of a friend of a friend. And like, we didn't sell it to him directly. Somebody already had their hands on, a set of our shirts and stuff like that.
Fire.
And it's dope because they're not from out here. I'll just say that they're not from the U.S. And they have a different clientele than we have. So they've been not only Odell Beckham, but a few other people. And I don't know how they know him, where they was at when they met him, whatever happened. We woke up one day at a show. We was at a pop-up, I think Hot Water Cornbread or something like that. And bro showed me the phone. I said, I think I threw that shit. Like, bro, hell no, get out of here, bro. Because he wore that shit to F1 Miami, too. I'm like, and literally every blog started picking, like, the Pro 10 and the Blitz Fist, the League Fist, the
phone started going crazy.
All of that. All of these people that we've been trying to, I've been sending these people DMs, all these blogs and all this stuff, and nobody ever nothing. Everybody posting it. Everybody posting it. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's out of here. People hitting us, going crazy. And that was just like, it wasn't us. Like, that's why, I guess, to answer the question, it wasn't us other than we produced a shirt. It was just like a network that we built over time, and they, have access to a different set of people. Shit, even with the Chris Brown, that was like organic.
Keys open the doors.
Yeah.
My family.
Yeah.
There
we go. Community. I appreciate both of y'all. 100% hands down my favorite interview we've done on Scottie and Friends. Let the people know where they can find y'all. We'll make sure we tag you guys in the description, everything like that. But I appreciate y'all. I love the journey. I love the story, man.
Absolutely, bro. Yep. We didn't even go through. That's all. I love to come back, bro. But Johnny Fresco, JohnnyFresco, Johnny Fresco on all platforms. The brand is Dead Fresh Crew, DEAD Fresh, FRESCH Crew, CREW, all platforms. But most importantly, SHCREW. But most importantly, deadfreshcrew.com is the most important place you can visit.
Dead Fresh Crew, snacks, etc.
Yes, sir. Yeah, shout out to Scottie, man. Real one.
Appreciate that.
Met him at Lost. Kept it organic, kept it G, kept it real. You know what I'm saying? And we here now. We got another one added to the network, and we rocking, man. We locked in for real. You got to pull up to the studio.